If you're new, you're still welcome, but you are going to want to go back to the video that I did right before this one. The thumbnail says Timeless Style. Why? Because all of the main styling of the room I did there first, and I go into a lot of detail about how I figured out to make a basic room into a very, very distinct style. And I did not buy a bunch of new furniture. In fact, none of the furniture in here is new. It was in my household for years and years prior to building this house. And not in, it would be one thing if I said, oh, I had a British colonial, British West Indies style home and I'm just bringing it here. No, I had a very traditional to French country style that I did there. So I am just here to tell you, if you've got something, and you don't even have to have a name for your style, but if you've got something that just draws your attention, you walk into a boutique or you're looking on Amazon and you're like, oh, I love that. Whether it's a lamp or some very decorative piece, it could even be a hunk of furniture, but art, that's another thing that would really get you. You can build a room around it, and you can do it keeping most of the things that you already have. I believe that, and I hope that you find that to be true as you journey with me when we decorate. Because you guys, if you've been with me anytime, I've done so many different styles. That's why I had to get out of decorating professionally, because every time I did somebody else's house, I wanted to do that in my house, because I just fall in love when I start decorating, and it kind of doesn't matter what it is. But today, we're styling these shelves, which takes a lot of time for me, so I've done a little pre-styling, but I'm not done. And so we may end up with some holes. I've said this to you before, go with it. If you can find something to kind of hold a place till you find the right thing, do it. If you have to leave a picture frame up there without a picture, just do it, and then give yourself 24 hours to find a picture to go in it. I have that problem right now. That's why I'm saying it to me. Okay, and then I'm gonna see if I can find some things for the wall. Now, I did go to Home Goods today and pick up 2 mirrors. And then I ended up at Kirkland's and got a 3rd mirror. This house doesn't have walls for mirrors. I really have places for 2 of them, but the 3rd one was so unique and beautiful and really marked out that I just said, how can I not take this? So I hope I'm going to get one of those mirrors somewhere. Well, it's not going to go there. I might be able to get one over on this side as we're going out the door. Really dumb place for a mirror. And I have a mirror up in the garage that I keep thinking would look really good down here. I have a beautiful piece, and I'm not going to show it to you today, but you know, my mind is always going, what can I do? What can I do? And okay, do you want to decorate with me? Let's go. So if you watched the opening, you saw that I had a lot of blue and white, and which I've told you, there's not a lot down here. There's the lamp. I'm not showing it to you right now. There's a lamp, there's a vase, and then there's a vase you can't see on this table really, and one over there. So the majority of the color in here right now is not that blue and white, but it's really got to pop against this. And honestly, that's just what I happen to have. And it really works in this style home. So I just went into, I have a shelf in my storage that is nothing but blue and white ceramic. And so we're just gonna start playing with that. Under $40, you guys. I got this at the secondhand store. Look at that. It came with this in it. And I should take it out because the inside of it, I've shown it before. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Oh gosh, don't drop it, Debbie. But you know what? I needed a fern too. I want to have a little greenery up on the shelf. So let's pop that right in the star spot on the top in the middle. I'm going to do a little mirroring, not with always the same object, but maybe the same color or texture or something on the other side. So I do have two of these, and I am going to put them in the same spot on each side. I found frames like these at Home Goods several years ago. So when I see something, always be on the lookout for frames. And you're going to find pictures that you can just have printed at Walgreens. They really should sponsor me. I have collected coral pieces over the years. Most often they were from Home Goods. I have not seen them there this year at all. So I don't know if they're just not doing it anymore, but I'm usually able to link some on Amazon. And I feel like I linked one very similar to this the other day. Okay, so I am going to keep this far away right now just for the purpose of you watching how I'm styling, because obviously I'm not filling it completely with books. Otherwise I would have wasted my time painting the Sherwin-Williams coral lacquer on the back. I want it to show. And if I fill that up too much with two of these built-ins, and right now we've got what, 9? Yeah, 9 spaces on each side. That's 18 shelves. You're talking overload, and you really don't want that. This is just supposed to accent, not be the tone. The focal point's still going to be my fireplace and my television art. But saying that, if you wanted to do a library, yeah, you fill it all up with books. So yes, these are all books that I've read, and I could put them in backwards. I could cover them with some paper that was all the same, but you guys, I'm a very practical decorator. I'm using these books not just for filler and decor, but because we have 2 bedrooms down here, there are going to be people staying with us over the summer, and I love it. There'll be books in their rooms too, but I love that they feel very comfortable coming out and grabbing a book, and if they don't finish it while they're here, they always feel comfortable saying, can they take it home? So much so that last year, I bought them each a novel and left it in their room for them, and I'm going to have to ask them this year if they read them. At the moment, this would be the least, it fits because it's nautical and it's broken, but you're not going to see that. They appear to be like fishing net weights, I think would be. And I've had them for years, and I'm just going to use them kind of, the books are going to stay up, but I'm using them sort of as a book stop. Next, I'm introducing some tropical and gold. And not just tropical. I mean, he's a little Caribbean. I love him. I found him on Amazon. Catty corner to him. I want that same gold sparkle, but I don't have a lot of stuff. I do have these little appetizer plates, so that's what's going to happen. And then up top on the other side, I'm going with gold because I actually have 2 of these, and these are substantial. I will get a candle to put into it. I got these at Hobby Lobby. I thought I was getting, I think I bought a damaged one, which is why mine was on clearance, but I think they still carry them, and they're really pretty. They would work in a lot of, in a boho look. I think you could find a lot of homes when you use them straight on, nobody even knows all that's on them. A luminaire candle, If you're not familiar, there you go. It's not a real flame, but boy, does it look like it on camera. All right, I haven't found what I'm putting here yet. I forgot what's going there. I kind of think I know, but I'm gonna go work on the other side and we'll come back. And as I build on the other side, you're gonna notice that I'm trying to mirror. I will be mirroring this on this side and that on that side. This frame is the mate or companion to the other one. It is smaller, as is this. So I probably should either add something or swap. Golden marble. And by the way, a lot of this stuff I found on Amazon. My third gold piece. This is very similar to the other pot. It just, I don't have anything in it. I might set something on top of it. I have not decided. Some greenery in a pot. Now, I would normally put this here, but remember, I just took away, it's going back, the tall plant. So I think that it would be too much there. So I'm gonna pop this one over here. And this is, you guys, I should just say, this is a vase that I got on Amazon. And it's 2 bundles of ferns. I'm not doing anything fancy there. You can tell as we're getting towards the end, I'm running out of things. They're not as substantial. I am going to have the lotus flowers showing, and then of course there's a little fish on top, and I'm adding the smallest of my boxes. I mean, I can already think about what I could do. I just don't want all that blue in one spot. So no, that's not going to happen either. Okay, we're going to not do that right now. I know what it was. Books. So I'm not even taking the covers off of these because they're brand new ones. I may have talked to you about them when I bought them around January, but I haven't had any time to read. So pop those there. Now it's making sense. Okay, I still have the bottom of that one, and it needs a little help, but I think you're seeing the idea. It's not a complete mirror of the other side, but I do have some of the substantial blocks where I have here on both sides. I have a similar pot in blue and white, and the same frame, just different sizes, and coral, and the exact same item here on both sides and up here. And then books, same, but a little different, area there. And then the gold is in the 3 spots. Down here, I kind of wanted to do a little canvas, and I wasn't able to get one designed in time. So now it's time for me to go on the hunt and see what else I can find to fill in this space. And that's okay. Look at what I forgot. I forgot that these were just sitting here and I forgot all about them. So that ends up making this little scenario have more presence, even though that's smaller. And I found these. I am going to try sticking them in so it kind of mirrors what's going in on the other side. Oh, and I moved it down. So here's what. I found this coral, and I have at least 2 of these, maybe more. I know I do because I've got one upstairs in my bathroom right now. So I've got the exact same one, and I decided to break up having the blue and the blue in the same thing on top of each other. So I'm breaking it up with this, and honestly, when I stood back, I don't want anything else in there. It's enough. It's such a textural, showpiece. It really doesn't need something else. Okay, I could not find a picture for here, so I created one, but I don't have time to go to Walgreens, so I printed this. I had to print like 4 copies to get the right size. I hope it is, but this is what I'm doing. It's a still life. We're trying to just show you one. A still life of a British colonial vintage look. So I'm going to cut that up and put it in, and let's see what it looks like. It's getting very stormy, cloudy out there. Sorry about the lighting, although I did increase exposure. All right, so this is my finished look on one side. It's not over cluttered. Definitely. In fact, I'm so pleased that I found the coral piece because it is the very heart and center, and it is the lightest. Everything around it is a little busy, and that gives your eye a place to rest. So let me get you closer. And these are just found items. I mean, this is an ice bucket. And don't always feel, especially when if you have an area that's got this much going on, don't feel like you can't just put one thing, like, oh no, I need to put 3 items, or I need to put a second, or it needs something behind it, or it needs a garland. That may be a Christmas, but for, normal everyday looks, you do not want to overdo something that is this, so much together like this. It would just be too much. I remember last Christmas, I felt like I just overdid it. But you know what? We do it at Christmas, and we get away with it. That is cute. I have to say, it's not the right exact size, but it is doing it. So I may add that. I've got to kind of figure out what the dimensions are for real. I'm going to add that one and a couple others to my Coral Crush collection if anybody's looking for that kind of art. I love it. Okay, and then we're going to come over here and first stand back and look at it. Really, it's so similar to the other side. What you haven't noticed, because I changed a few things, I took away the 2 little weights that I didn't love and added the ball instead, which I already have a similar one, not the same one, here. And if I recall, I bought these and I linked them. It was a set where there were all kinds of different balls. So if you like that, like you could put them all in a bowl if you wanted, because they're all different and unique. And over here, I found something for my last space, and it's just a really pretty candle. and then a chain that I've had for a few years. So, all right, I'm stepping way back, and I did put the tall fern on the floor because I really want you to be able, from this perspective, to see what's symmetrical and how it all balances. And give me your feedback, give me your questions. And now I'm going to go see if I can find something for the wall there and something for the wall here. All right, just so we're on the same page, the picture up there is not real. That is TV art, so I can change that at any point. Right now, the colors are going beautifully with what's going on in the background. But let's see what we have on the wall over here and what I might do. These, I think this is all I have in this set. I really love these. I know they were from Home Goods back in the day. They have a leather, it's hard, sorry for the glare, but they have a leather look on the mat. And I love this dark contrast here. And then it goes in with these brush strokes that you see. And then this is then lifted out again. So it's two different pieces of coral. And I think that's all I have in that set. I have another set. I believe this set maybe had, I really think it had 4 pictures in it. And we had bought them for the interim house we were in because I was very much doing it kind of tropical. And again, I think I found these at Home Goods. This is on the outside. So I love this. I mean, it really is a nice little, it's not really burlap, but it's tweedy feeling. And again, it's got kind of the same colors. And I have 2 more that are in this grouping. So I just hung this up here yesterday. I could do two here, but we're not over here. This is like I'm just showing you a mess right now. This is like the little coffee area. Looking over here, here's 2 of my larger Audubon pictures. My most favorite Audubon picture of all is this one. I love this spoonbill. That is so beautiful. I love the corally pink, of course. It's just gorgeous. And that whole vintage look, I think, is beautiful. This one's really pretty too. And it picks up a lot of the blue in the room. I think this one could look really nice here. And we're, again, next to those. I think if I added the other, which I was thinking of adding that other coral here, it just is not the same. Now, if I did all 3 there, now here's a thought. If they're the same size, if I did the 3, 1, 2, and then the third one over here, that would look very good. So yeah, this is my thought process. I think I'm going to go grab the other ones and see whether that would work. Because then I can put these 2 over by the coffee area. And they're very pretty. They would look gorgeous. Okay, they're not the same size. Obviously, there was more space between the 2 others, but that looks pretty good. For today, I'm going to leave it like that. I probably will raise the upper one to make it a little bigger. It depends on how high I put the other one. So I'm going to go grab it and see if I can find a nail and pop this one in over here. All right, stepping back, here's what it looks like, you guys. I know this looks wider. It's an optical illusion. They are all exactly the same size. I did go ahead and move the other one up. And this one is, I know it's hard to visualize. There's a piece of wood there, but it is centered between the door jamb and the wall edge. So I like that. So now the question is, do I add this over there? And it's just nothing but coral in here, and I'm already thinking I know the answer for me. Or do I add it to this coffee spot? And that's what I think I'm going to do. I don't want it all over there. And while this is kind of still on the same wall, it's not, because there's a big division. So, okay. Now we decide. This one's really wide, but it is my favorite. Let me grab the more narrow and tall one. And here's another one I haven't even shown you. I'll set it up, and then I'll set the other one up on top of it so we can kind of decide. Where is the other one? That one's pretty, and I could see it in the room really easy, but I'm so drawn to the bigger one just because there's way more background interest in it. Okay, I did go ahead and hang it. It is a little higher than I prefer, but if you look closely, you'll see there's a knob underneath it that I've actually even covered part of the, just not the knob, part of the plate. So I don't know if I'll really want to pull it any further down because it is a control knob for sound outside, but it feels good to have the room finished. I do have a little leather sofa. I've had that for years for my dogs. I always have little dogs, although you're going to see a big one here. I'm dog sitting for my daughter for one more day. It's been a whole week. I'm not used to somebody like her, but she's made herself at home. So here we are. I'm just going to do one more quick tell you that I did say I added something over here, and I did. This is one of my favorite pieces of coral because it's of its color and size. I love this piece. And again, it really plays into the colors in the chair, and it is a form of the color on the backdrop, but it's also playing into whichever coral I decide to put on the wall. And I love that. I do want to tell you one more thing. I know I'm telling you a lot, but when we were first moving in, my plan was to wallpaper this in grass cloth, in something that was in this tone. I know that doesn't sound like me. And then another time I thought about just painting all of this in this gray, just bringing that on out. I'm happy. I know everybody will have different opinions, but I'm happy to hear it. Then the thing that would happen with the gray, there's not that much wall, so it's not going to darken it, but it'll really pull out the color in the stone, and I really like that. Now, the grass cloth is just a whole nother, it's another elevation, and it's beautiful. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get a sample of some grass cloth and try it. But if I do it, I'm going to have to do my entire room. All right. I'm just going to turn some music on and let's have a little reveal. my goodness. It feels so good to just relax suddenly. I want to end all my videos like this, just sitting in whatever room I've worked in to chat with you. Not going to be a long chat. Just want to say thank you so much again for joining me. I hope you have the time to talk to me in the chat or the comments. And if you have questions, pop them in there. I am linking everything from the previous video in this video, as well as the things that I added today. And many of those were purchased in past years at Amazon. So I think they're still available. I'm going to do the best I can finding them. I also want you to know that my Amazon storefront, it has many shops. I have Coastal Cottage. I have my women's spring and summer fashion. I have chinoiserie, Grand Millennial. I have a little British colonial. So if you're ever looking for anything like that, I update those all the time. Some of them are limited, but I still am updating them. And I really appreciate it when you shop my links. So when you see the little pictures come up on the screen, those will never be Amazon, at least right now, because YouTube does not allow Amazon to have their products tagged. So sometimes I have the same products there that are on Amazon. They may be at a different price point, so you might want to check. But sometimes it's just something that's very similar. Or it's something that I didn't buy at Amazon at all, and I was able to link it. So can't do Hobby Lobby there either. So, okay, I think that's enough of that. I want you guys to have a great weekend, and I'm going to see you hopefully on Tuesday next week. That's my plan right now. And until then, you guys, God bless, and make your home your happy place. Bye. Mwah.